Hey, Scorpio. Scorpio, did you miss me like I missed you? Scorpio, guess what, baby? I love you. I love you. I love you. I love you. Scorpio, if no one told you that today or any other day for that matter, just know that me, yes, Kovana, baby, I love you. Okay? And can't nobody do a damn thing about it. Scorpio, I like to say thank you to each and every one of you who have been rocking and rolling with me from old to the new. Thank you, baby. Okay. And hopefully you continue on rocking and rolling with me. And let's rock into this new year, baby, with a new attitude, sweetheart. Scorpio, my sugar pudding, honey dumpling, pumpkin pie. Dang, it was hard to get that out. Sugar pudding, pumpkin. Okay, forget it. Okay. Y'all know what I'm saying. Y'all know y'all my babies. Scorpio, what I heard was you just not giving yourself enough credit to see how far you have came. For those who have been dealing or have had situations with PTSD and you went through some traumatic events in your life, Scorpio, you just, or some of you feel like there's nothing even wrong because you have numbed yourself to the point to where as though it's like, you know what, another one bites the dust. But then when you went through your dark night of the soul, Scorpio, you like, damn, another one bites the dust, but yet it just kept building up, and I didn't know the dark night of the soul was going to be this hard, but you made it through it. For some of you. For others, you still fighting, this dark night of the soul thing. Like but it's inevitable. It's like you're going to have to go through it because some of you are refusing to let go of some people, places, and things that no longer serve you. And we're going to go into some of the reasons why they may not no longer serve you. But some of you already know the reasons why, and it's just that you have gotten to the point of surviving or just being comfortable in a situation that shouldn't be comfortable in at all. Okay? So Scorpio, like I said, I want to say thank you to each and every one of you. We're going to jump into your reading, baby, okay? Just know and remember and always remember that I love you, okay? I love you, I love you, I love you. And I'm glad that you always coming back here and trusting in my advice that I have gotten the downloads from my angels, from the Most High. But also, Scorpio, I want you to come in using your discernment as well, okay? And if you feel like something may resonate with you, still take it up in prayer, and ask about it. How does this apply to your situation? Or how does this resonate with you? Or, what was the reasoning for this message? And if it don't resonate with you, then, baby, let it fly. If it don't apply, let it fly, this is not going to be everyone's situation. Sometimes, readings are just not for, it's just not going to resonate with everybody. Sometimes energy is energy. We just pick up on energy, or there could just be a message for a specific person, and that's that. All right. So, Scorpio, also, before we get into the reading, in regards to the PTSD and the things that you have healed from, or you're trying to heal from, and you're not giving yourself enough credit for, I just want to let you guys know that I am open for personal readings. And also, if you would like to leave a love donation to the channel, I appreciate you and thank you in advance. You can find all that information in the description or about me section of the channel here. Okay, ways to contact me, and Cash App, things of that sort. All right, all that information is there. So yeah, okay, let's get into this thing here, angels. I call upon the divine, the highest of the white light, Archangel Michael. I ask that you please put a shield of protection around me and my lovely Scorpio family, my soul tribe. Whoever messages that these are for. I pray that it helps them on their healing journey or give them confirmation to what they're doing or what they need to move away from. I pray all messages that is coming in is from the highest of the white light, most high, Holy Spirit, and nothing but. I declare that no weapons formed against us shall prosper. And Scorpio, let's get into this reading here. Let's go. Angels, what do you have for Scorpios? How can I help? So, one thing I was just talking about here is Scorpio. The Spirit already have that you need to take pleasure in your growth. Okay, because for one, like I said, you don't know how far, like, you don't give yourself enough credit. You've overcome most challenges that people in the world can't. Like, you were so full. So full with the things in the world, or what, with the ways of the world. Things could have came at you left and right. But you released yourself from that. You're no longer attached to the world, baby. Okay? Going through this spiritual awakening showed you a lot of things about change. The number 5 is change. Okay? And it showed you your path as well. That's that spiritual awakening that I was just talking about, Scorpio. It was just like, for some of you, you felt like you were drowning. When I said your head was barely above water, your head was barely above water. But you made it. Everything was all about divine timing. Things couldn't have been rushed. It was an experience that you had to go through. It was a transformation that you had to go through. It was just things that you had to go through, that you had to see. This was all a part of your journey, okay? A part of the path that you were supposed to go on. But it was to help you focus, Scorpio, on your true purpose of why you're here and what you're supposed to be doing. Okay? Full of emotions. With dealing with many different people who you love so hard, who you loved on so much. And it got to the point to where as though it just became a burden. But Scorpio, you grew from that. You learned from that. Sometimes it took you a couple of times to get it. But eventually you sat back and you got it. Freedom. There you go. And that's exactly what happened. That path led you to freedom. Freedom from broken relationships. Freedom from being broken. Freedom from being stuck. And stuck in dead-end jobs. Or whatever it is that was keeping you stuck. Your blessings is here, okay? That was another thing, Scorpio. You always was blessed, and people wanted your blessings. People despised you because you were so blessed. They asked why you get this, okay? It took a lot of patience. A lot of patience. Okay? It took a lot of time for you to realize as well that a lot of people just wasn't fit to be, to be in your life. Just wasn't fit to go where you were going. And a lot of you put up a lot of resistance, okay? But I'm telling you, once you got focused and you realized, you know, there was a lot, things was bigger than you when it came to, on a spiritual level, things were bigger than you. You decide to follow that path and to get focused on that instead of focusing on the small things that was trying to keep you stuck. To where so you couldn't grow. Small things became major things, major problems, pretty much. If that makes sense to you. Because it started out small. Like with a relationship. It started out small. Okay? Also, before I even say this, your path is blessed. So for those who are fearing the unknown and you're still got this resistance about this path is a blessed path. So Spirit is saying either you're going to go by choice or by force. Okay? And if they got to force you to get on this, then you don't want it because chaos is here. Okay? And that's what's going to happen during a time that you continue to resist this change and to resist what Spirit is trying to tell you, Scorpio. There's going to be a lot of hell and chaos that comes along with resistance. Some of you have overcome all of this and you just don't give yourself enough credit for it. Okay, things seem like a mystery right now, but yes, it does. Some of you, you could be within yourself feel like it's just a storm that's brewing within inside of you and like you're ready to erupt because you've been holding everything in because, you repressed everything. You've numbed yourself to where as though you couldn't feel anymore, and anything that tried to come close to you, you already, you know how the octopus got their tentacles is like, it'll stick to you, but how could I say it? It's something with the octopus and their tentacles. It'll have a hold on you, Scorpio. Eventually, it'll have a hold on you, and in the end, you'll feel like you're sinking because you've held on so much to all of this repressed anger, hurt, pain, abuse, traumatic events, losses, things like that. You repressed everything and you try to move forward and move on without healing. So, that stuff begin to stick to you, and a storm is just start to form inside of you. And then when it erupts, oh my goodness. And then you find out that the stuff that has been, repressed, that is now stuck to you, is hard to get rid of. Because it becomes so much. Yeah. You went through this plenty of times, Scorpio. You have had many of cycles that you have went through this stuff here. Look, the underworld here. Okay, you have actually went through something very dark. You became attached to someone that was very dark. Okay, this person could have, had you feeling disconnected from the world. Only wanted you connected to them. Didn't want you to see family. Didn't want you to see friends. Didn't want you to have friends. Didn't want you to go anywhere. They just wanted you to completely disconnect. And this is someone who you thought that you really, truly loved until eventually you found out who this person really was. The mental abuse, the physical abuse, emotional. This person was dark. You guys was the total opposite. But then, after they stuck to you for a while, you start to become them. You start to reflect who they were. That is not even you. Some of you started to look in the damn mirror like, I don't even like who I am now. I'm used to loving. Look what is mirror. I said it. I'm used to loving. You know, this person didn't even respect your boundaries, didn't respect anything. You know, this person wanted to have control. And what it is that they watched you a lot. A lot. This was some kind of crazy fatal attraction that you had to get yourself away from, Scorpio, or that you need to get yourself away from. And for a long time, you know, this could have caused you not to want to be in a relationship with anyone, or caused a lot of other things, but we'll get to that. Okay? Right now we're going to stay at the surface. But yeah, you started to mirror this person. You're like, this is not even me. I am not this person. Some of you could have felt like, you know, it was coming to a point to where as though like this change was for the worse. Okay? Things were starting to be illuminated that this person was very dark. Very dark. This person have a key around her neck. Very dark. And that key, what keeping you locked and bound to this person? But that key was your loyalty, Scorpio. That key was your loyalty. Loyalty played a huge role in this here connection here. But loyalty, some of you had to get out of this, okay? Because this person probably came to the point to where as though you almost faced death. This person was very, very nasty, abusive in many different ways. For some of you, all of them. Only loved you when you was laying down. Like, you know, only showed emotions. Didn't have... They fooled you. Okay? But the only reason why they was able to do so, Scorpio, because some of you went into this when you were vulnerable. That's where the cycles come in at. Okay? The repetitive cycles. Jumping into a connection once you haven't healed from a connection you just left from. You know, not learning the cycles, not learning what, you know, the pattern. Yeah, regeneration here. So it kept happening. Regenerating itself over and over and over again. And sometimes it'll get worse than what it was before. Until some of you finally surrendered. You had to surrender. Okay? You had to surrender. Some of you prayed and you asked for help and for that person to move away from you. Okay? Yeah, look at this. You wanted to show compassion, but this is what this person was. Very dark. You just wanted to love on this person. But see, that's the thing that you learn, Scorpio. You can't love somebody or love on somebody who is broken, who was raised, in a broken home, or was raised seeing things that they shouldn't see. This person probably grew up seeing their mother and father fight, or their parent being abused, or whatever the case may be, and think that shit is okay. Purity is in back in white. But they tainted you because you got blood on your dress or tux. It's all about energy here. Trying to love this person. You became tainted trying to love this person. For some of you, things were tainted. It was toxic. You had to get out of there. You was almost on your way, but you turned back. The door was right behind you. All you had to do was take off that damn mask, that blindfold, to see which direction you need to go in, and you would have went that way. Okay, a lot of you had to deal with your shadow self, okay, in order to get balance. And that's when all of this stuff started to come up that you repressed. Because this person hurt you to the core. They did. But you went within, and you did some self-reflection, and you said, you know what? I'm ready to change. I'm ready. For some of you, your resistance could have placed you somewhere you did not want to be. Yeah. But if that was the only way the Most High was going to separate you from the person, or place them in jail, or whatever the case may be, whatever the separation that had happened during that time away from that person that you was, because it was either that or something else, and you were being protected because you have a purpose. There's a path that you're supposed to go on. So Most High, like, let me step in here and intervene with this here, because you got free will. You can make your own choices, but sometimes, when it's time for the Most High to step in, he would definitely step in. Okay? Didn't I say pure? Purity. Okay? Give yourself credit. You're blossoming. You have overcome a lot of shit. Discernment. Also, be of service. Spirit says, use your discernment, Scorpio. Because some of you, this dark past can always try to return, as if they're changed. You are the alchemist, and you can have new beginnings. Okay, use your discernment. Protection. I told you, it was times that, you know, you had to be carried. And when you felt like you was just weak and you didn't know how you was going to make it and you didn't know how you had the strength, it wasn't you. You was being carried by the Most High. You was being protected by the angels and your ancestors and, you know, the rest of your spirit guides. That's what was going on. It wasn't you. Okay. What was you is when you decided to go through the dark night of the soul and surrender. So what else was the situation, angels? For Scorpio. Okay. So Scorpio, some of you could have had issues, you know. And I'm listen, some of this can be triggering for some of you, okay? And that's another thing. Let me address too, you know, sometimes, you know, we have idiots who feel like when us as readers, okay, we choose to be very selective about certain things that we say, for one, because we are monetized, okay? That's at the bottom. The most important one is people have feelings. People get triggered. So you got to be careful with what you say and how you say things. It's not that we are not licensed to deal with karmic or to read karmic situations. That's not the case. It's that we have a heart. So I would say that this is a trigger warning that I'm putting out here, a disclaimer. Some things may come up, but just know that I'm here to just try to guide you and to try to help you, whether it's to come out or to show you what you're not giving yourself enough credit for. All right, Scorpio. So a lot of you during, you know, it was a time that it was a grandfather who could have had a Jezebel spirit. You carried that. But some of you chose to surrender that. Okay? Others, you said, it is time to be vulnerable. And that's what happened. Okay? Some of you could have had issues, you know, with your parents. Being abusive. That affected you. And you overcame. Okay? So, dealing with this here with what you know, of the molestation as a kid. This could have affected you so bad that, you know, you grew up and you had problems when it came to bedroom problems. Not being able to say how you really feel and what you really mean. That's when the time you were supposed to be vulnerable and be intimate, and not intimate, you know, sexually, just be intimate with the person as far as getting to know you. And I feel like some of you held this away from your spouse or your mate who you was with for a long time, and you know, you just wanted to be who you are, loving and, you know, loyal and satisfying and stuff like that. So some of you probably went along with this and it wasn't comfortable for you and you needed therapy. Or you could have been dealing with someone who had these issues. And what it was is that they turned around and they dealt with all of this in anger and took it out on you. Some of you have a strong gift. You know, you able to see your spirit guides. But you doubt yourself. You doubt yourself. You don't give yourself enough credit. Knowing that, yes, you know what's going on. You know. You overcame your shadow self to where as though you able to see, really see good in the spiritual realm, but you doubt yourself. That path you're supposed to be on right now, for some of you, you're resisting to go on because you're doubting yourself. You have all the knowing right here, and it's within you. Okay. So, like I said, you know, you have a person who's trying to come back towards you. This person had a Jezebel spirit. Okay. Also, living in the past, you can frequently revisit these memories, unwanted memories that you went through, okay, of abuse, but refuse to do the healing and refuse to go through the change. Healing takes time. Yes, it does. But you have to put forth some effort towards your healing. And the first thing to do is when you're ready to heal, the first thing to do is to surrender. And you got this person here trying to make moves in silence to come back towards your way. But this is the person who you too vulnerable with for some of you. Yeah, okay. Now for some of you, like I said, you accepted this person's differences, okay, because you know they told you that some things happened to them. Okay, you accepted it. Or some of you could have shared this in details with them, and then you may feel like they started to pull back because of the bedroom problems, and they just seemed uninterested. And their focus was somewhere else. Children can have a huge role in this too, okay? Some things, you know, Scorpio, you chose to ignore. Okay. But this was traumatizing. This was traumatizing, okay? Also, this person, you know, somebody was blocking this person through blackmail. Some of you was ignoring some signs when it came down to your person. And you was wondering like, okay, so why the hell at first you was interested in me? What's the problem now? There was some blackmail going on, okay? A person looking you up. It was some... Some of you, you know, people love to call a family meeting, but the meetings was worthless because the same shit continued to go on. There was no change. But of course it wouldn't be a change, Scorpio, because you are the change. You have to be willing to make the change for yourself. I don't don't know. I feel like some of you, became addicted to drama. Okay. Especially gossip with, something happened with the church, infidelity within the church. It's a lot of stuff that that really traumatized you and hurt you, especially, with dealing with the toxic relationships. Some of you even lost, a pregnancy, or, a child, felt abandoned. People was even mad at you because you had a degree, when they should have been mad at themselves. And all of this they projected a lot of bullshit towards you, Scorpio, and you took it. I told you, you repressed a lot of things. Okay? You did. You did. But the hardest thing about this, Scorpio, but the most bravest thing about this, the hardest and bravest thing about this, is that you said, you know what? I'm going to purge. It's time for me to let go of some things and to forgive some people, so I can start living. Okay, some of you could have dealt with people with money addictions here. You had money. Okay, you always was willing to share, but the person started stealing from you. Okay, this person could have been out there, street person, always saying that, yeah, you're a unicorn, Scorpio, you're magical. Okay, also, it could have got so bad. Look, some of you could, possibly became addicted to some type of drug, narcotic, marijuana, or something like that, to numb yourself, drinking, smoking cigarettes to calm your nerves. Spirit already said, let your ancestors handle it. But the only way they were going to be able to handle it, for some of you, you already did, was by surrendering. And for others who haven't, yeah. And once you do, give yourself that credit. Okay? Because a lot of you are fed up with the bullshit. Okay? And Spirit is asking you to walk by faith, not by sight. Okay? So just because you don't see it happening, doesn't mean that it's not happening. And that goes back to me talking about the blackmail. Okay? Some of you probably had your intuition was telling you something about, why are you not interested? And you was interested in me before, but now all of a sudden you're not interested. They had tendencies of being bisexual. Stop doubting yourself. Listen. The ancestors are proud of you. Why can't you be proud of you? Why can't you be proud of you? Some of you could have been dating a policeman, okay, who constantly watched you. Or somebody is talking about a future with you. This person is going to get readings on you, okay, and watching you in secret. You dealt with fake smiles from many people who always stabbed you in the back. And you went the distance for these people. Some of you took charges for people. Man, listen. And what did they do? Rejected you and went ghost. But see, you did that, okay? I told you, spirit is coming in and forcing change. You could tell this person, you know, you having financial troubles, and this person got the money. You telling them, listen, the mortgages due. They reject you. They don't want to pay it. They don't want to do shit because they got an attitude. But it's more to that. It's bigger than that. That's because that person didn't want you to have anything. That person was jealous and was trying to break you. This person felt like what's yours is mine's. What's mine's is mine's, and what's yours is mine's. And if I can't have it, you can't have it. This type of person that was, okay? You probably could have lost your car behind this person here. Yeah, all about yourself. That was this person. You know, you probably try to save your relationship by planning family vacations and stuff like that. But this person had way too many on the roster. Way too many. He had a secret family. Yeah, a child outside of your marriage or your relationship. And all they said was stop assuming. You assuming. No, your assumptions wasn't really assumptions. It was the truth. Yeah, Scorpio. A lot of you are currently dealing with a heavy burden that you need to release, or this was a heavy burden that you have released and you haven't given yourself enough credit for. And now that you've healed, you still kind of got this shield up. Which is hard to allow new love to come in that way, okay? Somebody who want to come in who was very arrogant, want to say I love you, but you know, maybe in their own strange fucking crazy way, they do. But you know, you went through way too much, okay? This person even slept with one of your family members. Some of you was in a long distance relationship, okay? And this, look, Spirit says it's the time to forgive. It is, but also it's the time to move on from this bullshit that you have to forgive for. This person slept with a cousin, a sister. See, and this is what happened, okay? The flashbacks, you know, the side effects from it, the memories, the trauma, it haunted you, Scorpio. So you repressed it, but a lot of you said, fuck that. I don't want to be haunted no more. It's time to get rid of this stuff. And the first thing first, in order to get rid of it, it is time for me to forgive and to surrender and release this heavy ass burden, because that's all it is. Okay. And if I don't do it, Spirit is going to force change. Okay. It's going to be forced upon me. So, you know, Spirit is like, listen, you could take it the easy way or you could take it the hard way. Either way it goes, you're going to take it. Because you have a purpose. And this here is dimming your light. Okay. This person was a control freak and a hypocrite. This person was the type of person who liked to trip on you in public to make a scene. Yeah, look. Emotional abuse. Make you feel like you're the problem. You're the reason. You know, blaming you for things. Oh, well, if it wasn't for you, I wouldn't have a secret love child. If it wasn't for you doing this, the narcissism, whatever the fuck, narcissist, really inappropriate. Okay, you even had dirty ass friends who wanted your person. This person also had a history of mental illness. Look, a family friend. Things were just really too intense, okay? This person really broke your heart, okay? And they still could, they asked you to marry them, but still, you ended up brokenhearted. Some of you married, and for others, the marriage didn't happen. Yeah, see, this person just came in to take everything from you. And for some of you, it happened. But see, Spirit was trying to teach you something. It was numerous things to be taught within this here. Numerous things to be taught within these, these scenarios, these situations. It was a lot. Scorpio, you was the black sheep of the family. And I tell you, some of you guys just wanted to escape. Okay. Like, it got really crazy. You had family members who was making up lies, calling CPS, and it was a lot. It was a lot that you had to deal with. Yeah, trying to separate you from your kids. It was crazy. It was crazy. All right. Some of y'all just had to get away, okay? A lot of things shocked you, okay? A lot of shit shocked you, and you had to move away from it, and I'm glad that you did. For others, you need to, if you haven't already. It's time to make an exit plan, baby. Really, it is. It's time. So whatever it is that you need to do, go ahead and do it so you can go ahead and start your journey, your new life. Because there is life after this, There is love after this. Really, it is. Something so authentic, something so pure. Even after your family have hurt you, you still can, strangers can be family. And they can treat you better than your real family. You just have to forgive these people who have hurt you, and so you can move on. And so you can be happy. Not have to live your life with a wall up. For those who still have that wall up, we're going to check on that really quick. Let's just get some of the rest of these cards up here, because I definitely can't work like this. All right, so for those of you, let's see about these blocks, angels. Love is the answer, okay? And losing yourself. All right. Some of you probably felt love was the answer, okay? So the block is also some of you probably, being the victim. Spirit is saying like, some of you feel helpless to change your love life. So whatever happened in the relationship, the connection that left you broken, you probably feeling like you just don't want to change it. But you can change whatever you want. Okay? Love won't solve your problems, Spirit is saying, but you need to work on being independent. Losing yourself. Some of you feel lost in your partner, or they had you feeling lost in them. And Spirit is saying it's okay to be yourself and have your own life too. And for those who didn't realize that before you did the healing, you realize that now. Okay. For those who still have this wall up, the fear of getting hurt is here. And Spirit is saying all love comes with a risk of losing it. Don't be afraid of loss. Take a chance. Because there is somebody out here who want to actually date you, who want to, do nice things for you or with you. Or there is someone that is supposed to be with you and that's on their way, but, 1 minute you want it, the next minute you don't. Some of you probably feel unloved right now, and Spirit is saying that you deserve someone who can support you emotionally and love you fully. Something like I was just saying, because it's there. Passion isn't the same as lasting love. Okay? Somebody who trying to come back, the only thing they feel, they get too attached by your sex. But if that's all they can offer, then they ass don't need to be attached to you, period. At all. Changing them. Well, Scorpio, you know that you can't change someone. It's never going to work. You're going to have to either accept this person or you're going to have to move on. Some of the things that, you're not going to like. All right, Spirit, so what do we have here? Defending yourself. That's how you always felt, that you had to stand, protect yourself, stand your ground, dealing with this person here. This person here gave you a lot of anxiety. You was very depressed. You was just at a breaking point. This person very negative. Sometimes you even hated to sleep near this person. Or you just had a lot of sleepless nights because of what people did to you. Now, this is definitely a twin flame. The Lovers is here. Spiritual love here. But it hurt it. Okay? Spiritual love had you learned a spiritual lesson. Judgment. Okay? You went through this awakening. Willpower. Give yourself more credit. It took willpower. Because some of you could have did this and crumbled. But you didn't. A lot of things you emotionally detached from. Okay? And you started to balance out logic and emotions. Mm-hmm. Not only that, it's like, you became an inspiration. Some of you really started helping others, speaking to others. And when you started doing that, of course, people wanted to talk and, be a real catty and stuff like that, of course. But that's just, who they are. They watched you, okay? It's Three of Swords. Yeah. That's heartbreak kept you feeling trapped, victimized, helpless, and powerless, okay? You felt really restricted, but this awakening did you some justice, baby, okay? Like I said, somebody went to jail, okay? Mm-hmm. You got inner peace. You healed. Listen, you healed that inner child. You took a break. You finally self-reflect and you took a break from this whole love thing here for a while. And I'm proud of you, Scorpio, because this wasn't an easy thing to do after getting hurt. And, and hoping that this person would change, to save y'all relationship. Because, it's like you love this person deeply. Mm-hmm. You choosing a path, okay? You planning and waiting, and you've been waiting for your ships to come in. And now they're here. Especially when it comes down to spiritual work. Yep. Look, sudden changes. Mm-hmm. You're free. Whole new beginning. You're free. You're free. Honest, fair, real cutthroat. You don't take no shit now. You're free. That hard work, going through the dark night of the soul, for a lot of you, Scorpio, paid off, baby. Big time, okay? Big time. Mm-hmm. Of course, along the way, there was, people who was trying to compete against you, that conflict and ego thing. When you started going through your spiritual journey and you started getting more connected to source and more connected to the Most High and all that good stuff, people saw your light and it irritated their demons. So, they started stuff, those negative spirits started jumping through different people to try to attack you. Oh yes, baby, spiritual warfare out the ass, okay? And you had to make some difficult choices. You had to walk away from a lot of people, family, okay? But that's okay. You found out the truth. You are the truth. You will be celebrating, okay? Vindicated. Yep, you're real close. Mm-hmm. Passionate and determined. Continue to keep going. You looking good. Things is just changing for you now. But Scorpio, the thing here, again, some of you are not giving yourself enough credit for how far you have come. You have overcame so much. And then you just like, you're modest. I get it. But also, Scorpio, you just take honor in that. Honor yourself, because you've come so far, Scorpio. Look at here, baby. Abundance, prosperity. You and your King of Pentacles, okay? You are. After a tower. A lot of you got higher learning now. Your mentors. It's a lot that's happening. You know, your past investments. You're gonna just start seeing, reaping your rewards. Reaping the things that you sowed, the good seeds. Scorpio, I'm so proud of you, baby. Okay? I am. After deception and everything, you continue to keep going. And for those who haven't quite got there yet, I want you to continue to keep going. Don't stop. Keep going. But most importantly, the best thing you can do is forgive and surrender. Forgive and surrender. And the best knowledge to know is continue to have faith that everything is working out for your highest good after you have forgiven and surrendered. That's the message, baby. And I'm going to leave that one where it's at, Scorpio. Hopefully you got something out of this here. You guys, that's just what those downloads came in, so I had to jump on here and give it to you. Scorpio, I love you. I love you. I do. And remember, I am open for private readings for anyone who would like to book one with me. Or even if you would like to leave a little love donation to the channel, I greatly appreciate you. But if not, that's fine too. I still love you the same. But what I will ask you for is to please, Scorpio, hit the like, hit the like, hit the like. Share the share the content, leave a comment. I do respond back, but hit the like, hit the like, hit the like. I love you all, and until the next time, Scorpio, bye.